Hello, welcome to Nickel City X-Wing. My name is Chris. We got a bunch of Draft League games for you today, but yeah, let's get started. First up, representing the Pillagers.
I stood up, ripping high.
We got Taylor, and representing the Nerf herders. We've got Dan. Let me get music going. Might be our last few games before points. Rumor is we're getting points today. Rumor is we're getting points Sunday. No one knows when the points are coming. So it should be fun nonetheless. Two very different CIS lists, but nah, I don't think Sunday would be that annoying. Well, Tim knows. Tim knows when we're getting points. Hello, Tim. Tim is streaming some games tomorrow, I believe. So if you're interested in more X-Wing, go check out Sith Taker Tim tomorrow. Yeah, I wanted to fly new points for the Conquest as well, but if I don't get to fly new points for the Conquest, I'll just fly my Worlds list. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, well, can't balance that right now. I still say Innkeeper should play, I forget the gentleman's name, that one Sith Taker Open. Niels, there we go. Yes. I think Niels should play Innkeeper for the true world champion. Not to take anything away from Innkeeper. I mean, he played a hell of a tournament. But it is time for round one. They're just going over system phase, and away they go. I hope you like Rogue Class Starfighters, because we got 4 of them on the table. But my mom didn't play in the tournament, Andrew. However, my mom is going to play in a tournament in 2 months. It'll be her first X-Wing tournament in quite some time. I didn't even have to look at the screen to know that was Snipes. I'm not sure when we're getting points, fam. My guess is still Sunday, but I don't know.
Do a barrel roll.
Nah, I don't think it's going to be that far down the line. Because week 5 is in May. And they said they want to get the points out in April. Yeah, new cards are a part of it, so they'll give us a heads up. Not that I'm aware of. Carter Jackson, other stuff. I'm a little upset. I'm not playing Scum, so I can get Thweek. But I'm okay not having Thweek. Nah, if the entirety of KDB says they don't want to switch, then I'm good. Just, you know. I just wish Thweek had his old ability. Either be the same initiative as an enemy, or... Man, fam is just like having PTSD in the chat. You're losing your shit about seeker missiles and now having PTSD about twin laser turret. No, the dumbest upgrade in the history of X-Wing is harpoon missiles. Twin laser turret with the current current turret system is not going to be as bad as it was in 1.0. Harpoon missiles, that would be a mistake. Okay, so you put 2 pips on the twin laser turret, so you can't spam it. and then you make it a single turret arc, so you only get one side, and then each ship only has one bonus attack. So, what do you know? Oh, and it only does one whole damage. Like, calm down, dude. Twin laser turret didn't do ion damage. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, in the current state of the game, it wouldn't be that bad. In 1.0, yeah, it was a terrible upgrade that killed the game, sure. In this edition of the game, I don't think it'd be that bad. And I'm trying to look past the, past and look to the future. But it's neither here nor there. They're on round 2, and I haven't said anything about the game. I honestly think harpoon missiles is what killed the game. I don't, you know. So the thing, Noah, is it's not, I shoot, it's an automatic hit. It's a 3-die range 3 attack. Or a 3-die range 2 attack that, if it hits, does 1 damage. Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah, so if you pip the TLT or restrict it or whatever to be, you know, yeah, everything Mark is saying is what I'm saying they could, get rid of. All right, it doesn't need to exist. Okay. Cool your jets. Panicking over an upgrade that doesn't exist in the game currently. Dirge shooting at Grievous. Well, I've said that for a while now, Andrew. Alright, well, Dirge takes a shield. No, Crispy's been saying that since they introduced Range Zero. And I've been saying that for a while. And not because I lost my Soontir, or not my Soontir, my rack to a Range Zero at Worlds that did way too much fucking damage. Oh, Sync Laser. Well, you gotta spend the knowledge, unfortunately. I mean, remember when Force users could modify at Range Zero? Oh god, I do remember when Scenarios were turn 1. I mean, if we want to go back to the old days, then, you know, if you land on a rock and you come off the rock, you suffer the effects twice. Yeah, back in my day, gas clouds did, as long as you shot through it, yeah. Are we talking the Force Awakens damage deck or the starter set damage deck? Because I was about to say, the starter set damage deck was evil. The Force Awakens damage deck was at least, you know. Yeah, that's my whole point, Connor, with the obstacles. This gauntlet might bump Sunfac, yeah. Last thing I'll say about new points and whatever. XWA is attempting to make things more fun, from what I'm noticing, for the sole purpose of Karner Jax. Because his 1.0 ability was you can't focus and you can't modify when you're near him. And they changed it to one ship in particular at range 0 to 1 in his front arc cannot modify dice, which really makes Karner a one, like, and he's an I5 force user, so. But yeah, design team is doing a great job. So, but okay, talking about the game with a half-pointed tri-fighter, I think Taylor just went the wrong way with 347. Yeah, similar to Midnight is Karner. Of course, Karner. I have a feeling some people are going to fly Karner Jax as just an I5 TIE interceptor with a force. And if they use his ability, it'll be pretty rare. That's the question on everyone's mind, Mark. Will Karner get a talent slot or a force slot? And I hope he gets a talent slot, but everyone truly believes he's going to get a force slot. Yeah, that's another thing, Noah. He better not, according to Keo. I agree with that, but not the same, thing. According to the Ada, it's possible he might get it. Yeah, the gauntlet is in a very awkward position. Yeah, General Grievous is like, oh no, you're gonna put crits into me. Whatever will I do? Now you see if Dirge just does that. Range 2 to 3, forward arc. I think Sun Fact should just shoot range, yeah, 4v1. Alright, shaking the dice. I'm just gonna say it, if shaking the dice is making you roll like that, maybe shaking the dice, shouldn't happen. Well, you did a damage, so... Some people are superstitious, fam. Just let them do their thing. Hit crit from the synced laser. So at most it can do 1 damage. And it does none. And Sun Fac also takes no damage. Connor, I do the same thing. Kylo Renee looking for a game. Yeah, no one. I mean, kudos to Grim Grumblecheck, Matt Merlo, who brought a 3-ship CIS list and made top 16 with it. I played him round 1 of day 2, and that list scared me. He said my list scared him more, but that list scared me. Hey, I gotta give, oh, excuse me. I gotta give Dan credit. Oh, yeah, don't remind me the things he does with Maul. Oh man, that was just it was tough. He almost beat me. The thing that ended up saving me is he never had a green token on Maul, so I could keep Vadering him. Hey Grievous, where you going? Yeah, he wants to. I think Sunfact did do the hard one. I wouldn't hate. I wouldn't hate a focus boost here. Yeah. Well, where'd the sunniest of facts go? Yep, he did the hard one. I'm also trying to figure out my Friday. I had someone ask to play on Friday during my game 3 slot, but they're like, we can't play till, an hour after your game 3 slot. And I'm like, that might not fly for me. Um, so Connor, the only time I never used Vader Crew is if my opponent, um, if my opponent had, um, oh gosh, when did I not use Vader Crew? I mean, I used it every chance I could. Um, I think there was one time my opponent had yeah, I think my opponent had overtuned, and I said I'm just gonna save it for offense and see what happens. Crit crit. Crit crit in the blue. Too bad blue had shields up. Full potato with toppings. But yeah, like overtuned, it makes Vader feel not as good. So I just used him for offense on that. But there was one game where I played against a, yeah, per cop 2. Shield on Dirge. Well, no, Nano. Actually, if I went against a Perceptive Co-Pilot, I would force them to get rid of one focus. That way, I know my shot is going to be better in the long run. Because they have to decide if they're going to spend that focus on... Vader on independent calculations, I use. Vader on Perceptive Co-Pilot, I also use. Because I want them to decide between using it on offense or using the one focus on offense or using the one focus on defense. That is a damage on Sunfac. Because one focus token matters. Did he do 2? Oh, he did 2 to Sunfac. Okay. One focus token matters. Oh, so your ability to make it. Isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vader Crew is basically if you think removing a token will give you benefit, you use Vader Crew. Otherwise, you don't use Vader Crew. Shields down on Pre-Vizsla. And 1 on Pre-Vizsla. Errata to what? I mean, I would like some clarity on, you know. I got into an argument with one of my opponents. Not an argument. 0 to 2 in firing arc. It's not, 0 to 2 around the whole thing. It's 0 to 2 in firing arc. And it's 1 force for a potential 1 damage. It's not like it's game breaking. However, I got into an argument with someone where they told me if I measure for Vader, I have to use Vader. Like, I spend a force to check the range, and I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. And they were like, no, you measure, so you spend a force. Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you, Noah. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. But it can only really... Vader can only really be abused by Rack. like looking at the other decimators. Yeah, no other decimator can bring agile gunner and um yeah, Vader costs 15 points. Is that a fuel leak? That is a fuel leak. Okay, yeah, I had someone argue with me that if I measure, I must use it, and the judge ruled in that moment. The judge ruled in the favor, and I was like, "Whoa, that it says may, like it's a may." Thankfully, I was forced to use it. Thankfully, it had no impact on the game at all. Um, but I was like, whoa, okay, that doesn't make sense. Like, no. So I'm just. And then the judge came back to me the day after and said I was wrong. Yeah, that's what it was, Mark. My opponent said at the start of 2.0, that's how it was ruled, and I was like, okay, but we're not in 2.0. So the judge went back and said, no, I was wrong. You were right. It's a may. You check, then you decide if you want to, and then go from there. And I was trying to like think, what's a justifiable reason that you would Vader your own ship? And the only reason I could see to Vader your own ship is to overtune modulators. Um, or Deadman Switch. Yeah, Deadman Switch. Or if you know you don't have a shot, um, and you're not getting shot, you can spend a force to remove a calculate for overtune modulators. Yeah, I mean, you're only ever going to see Darth Vader on rack, I believe. Uh, I want to say Nick. I'm sorry if that's not your name, Firecast Focus. It got changed to um, you measure first and then you choose a ship. Not you spend the force, then you measure, and then you have to choose. Okay, Nick. Yeah, yeah. Um, they did errata it to you measure and then choose, not and it's a may. It's not a mandatory once you measure. They changed that. Yeah, it's not sense where you measure and then have to do it. I don't think Dirge did the. Oh, Grievous. I think may have done the one hard to the right. Ooh, Talon roll from Pink. Yeah, yeah. That's the big thing. That's what I tried to argue to my opponent, Orn. I was like, if nothing's an arc, you don't spend the force. Like what it says, and you know, okay, the thing with Hondo though is Hondo is an action, so you use the action and then you measure. Vader is you measure and then spend the force if you decide to do something. It's Vader. I don't know why Vader is so complicated, but he is pretty complex for like no reason. I think Sunfac is gonna die. Just a hunch though. Nihilor, yes. You can measure, see what's in range, and then choose nothing. Yeah. And the key word there is may. You may select a ship within range. That's another thing I argued. It's like you may, just like when you declare an attack, you may perform an attack. Yeah, Vader gives options. It's any green token, so pretty much Vader is a free measure. But since I have him on Rear Admiral Cherno, chances are I target locked, and the target lock lets me know prior to using Vader. Can you tractor yourself onto a rock? He didn't land on it, but the template overlaps, so... Oh no! Well, see you later, Sunfac. Yeah, since it's yeah, you're right, Benny. I mean, at least if you're choosing something at range 0, Connor, having them forced to spend a green to... Oh! Wait, what? Was 347 in range? Oh, wow. Taylor might just be like... I'm good. I don't know what I'm doing. This game is getting out of hand. Well, remember the Magna Guards have network calculations, not dead to rights. So the bullseye doesn't mean as much, Noah. Yeah, but we'll see how the dice are. But whoop, that is not what I meant to do. I apologize. Oh yeah, he did have the Magna Guard range too. So two bullseye or two crits into green, I guess. Yeah, green loses a shield. But yeah, Rack likes to be range 0, Connor. So no, I'd probably still choose Vader if he was 1 to 2 instead of 0 to 2, because that's still a force point, and I can still target other ships, like, you know. And Sunfac's dead. Rack doesn't like range 0, but Rack also doesn't mind range 0 because of the Dauntless title. No, Sunfac is still just dead. Oh, he didn't roll enough dice. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. I just noticed he didn't roll enough dice. Oh, right, the outmaneuver. Never mind, you're right. I always forget about outmaneuver because I think outmaneuver is a stupid upgrade.
While we were marching through Georgia.
Well, we do have another game after this. The creator of the TTS mod himself, or one of the people that work on it, I should say, Flipster, is going to be on against Eunice. No, you're good, Nick. At least it doesn't have sound. Yep, the Flipster. I remember what I was saying, Connor. Yeah, the range 0 feels bad. That should be 3 dice, because range 3, right? Right. I forgot about the synced laser. So technically, I'm not a racist. I'm a speciesist.
Death is gonna come to everyone you know, so instead of being terrified, just be more YOLO. Hey, Adam Driver, you killed Han Solo. Not cool, bro. The whole being dead thing.
Yeah, I just don't know how Taylor can come back from this. I don't think he can at this point. Yeah, I don't think Vader range 0 is that bad. Even as like a negative play thing. Mostly because you're not going to spend the green token on offense, and if you're using it on defense, it's not really mitigating that much damage anyway. So the range 0 Vader doesn't feel, you know, super necessary. Or super, like, bad, I should say. The just stripping tokens is what feels bad, but totally fair. Totally fair. Hey, I haven't mentioned anything about being top 8 today. Just talking about Vader and Karner Jax and why Twin Laser Turret in 2.5 or XWA would not be as bad, but yeah, it was 347, not T81. I don't even know what 347. Oh, if a friend has a lock, you would get a lock, yeah. Let me. Is he stressed already? He was stressed already, so he has to do a 2 straight. And he takes 2 damage on blue. Okay, 1 damage on blue. Yep, the stress does remain. That is correct. Stress is there. Oh, no. At least the wings go down, but... Right, the wings go down. Takes another damage. That is not half points yet. There is one more on pre for half. Which, I mean, Grievous range 0 has a chance to do it. I don't think a 2 straight allowed him to fully execute, and he wanted to put the wings down. I think you have to shoot Grievous here just to try and stay in the game. It feels bad, but there's a chance that you get, you know, pilot crits. No, but Grievous, he knew Grievous was going to turn in, so... Spends the focus and the knowledge. And that has a chance to... Okay, that doesn't have a chance anymore. Console Fire, Impervium, no damage. There we go. Alright, I have Flipster's list. Alright, that's 1 hit into the gauntlet. And the gauntlet gets an evade, so we are playing another round. I hate to be like that. But no, Taylor should have 12. Taylor had 12 last round. It was 40 to 12. This looks like it's going to be it, though. Oh, we are getting a seismic drop. Because at this point, why not? I don't know if pink was range 3, but whatever. Yeah, you got my way. How dare you? Here's a bomb. Go away. Yeah, I think Dan knows he just has to do 1 damage to pre-Visla, and it's over. Oh, well, it's over. I think he did. It looks like he did, yeah. Alright, so the bomb hits pink. Yeah, at least Pre will get to shoot, true. He gets 1 final shot. Oh yeah, he never rolled for the rock. Okay, that was for the rock. Now the bomb. Uh, 1 hit, evaded. Okay. Pink takes one, pre takes one. Four left on pre Vizsla, who's about to take 3 shots. Took 1 on pre. I looked away for a second. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 2 on pre. Pre takes nothing there. And range 3 to pre Vizsla. Disrespectful. Pre only takes 1, so pre lives on 1. Not that yeah, it doesn't matter, so. Pre still gets to shoot. I guess pre is just electing not to shoot. Does he have a knowledge somewhere? Not that it makes much of a difference. Blue did have to drop, and I ripped it off and didn't say anything. But, alright, your final score is going to be 52 to 12. Yeah, we'll be back here in a little bit with game 2.